Vikram Seth, and the poem of Vikram Seth is Unclaimed. Unclaimed poem written by or composed by Vikram Seth, an Indo-Anglian writer. And now in this video, all the important questions based on MC multiple choice questions will be discussed for the examination, objective type questions or MCQ. Vikram Seth, he was awarded Padma Shri in 2007, and his poetic elements are especially versification, rhythm and melody. So let us have a look one by one on all these important questions. Vikram Seth was born on 20th of June 1952. You have to focus only on the answer, not to be confused. Vikram Seth was born on 20th of June 1952. Vikram Seth is, okay, and then he is no one. This question is also very important because you will be given so many options. Vikram Seth is migratory Indian, non-residential Indian, Tibetan Indian, none of these, and answer is non-residential Indian. So in this way I am asking you to focus only on the answer and not on the other option, not to be confused. So when you try to learn the answers of all these types of questions, first read the question and then go through the answer. Okay, ignore other options. So Vikram Seth is non-residential Indian. Vikram Seth's first book of verse is Mappings. Vikram Seth's first book of verse, okay, that was written in verse. The name of his first book is Mappings. Vikram Seth's first novel, okay, the name of the first novel, the first book of verse, but here you are being asked first novel, and first novel is The Golden Gate. The Golden Gate. And non-residential, when you were told that he is non-residential Indian, why? Because most of the time he live in England. In which country does Vikram Seth mostly reside outside India? In which country? Mostly he lives or mostly he stays, that is England, and this is why that we called him a non-residential Indian, because he resides where? Most of the time he resides in England. Okay, next one is sixth one. Which Indian writer has written the longest English novel? The longest. Which Indian writer, okay, Indian writer has written the longest English novel? And it was Vikram Seth. It was Vikram Seth who has written the longest English novel, and the answer Vikram Seth. Next one is choose the children book of verse. Book of verse for whom? For the children. The children book of verse written by Vikram Seth, and the name of this book is Beastly Tales. Beastly Tales. Beastly Tales, the children book of verse written by Vikram Seth. Next question is, that is only important. I am going to tell you only the important question. For example, yeah, 10th one. I think it is, yes, it is 10th one. No, not even this. This is also not important. 10th one, length of Vikram Seth's novel. Okay, Vikram Seth's novel was A Suitable Boy. This was a novel, A Suitable Boy, and it was written by Vikram Seth. You are being asked the length of this novel. Length of Vikram Seth's novel A Suitable Boy is how many pages? 1349. 1349 pages were in this novel of Vikram Seth named A Suitable Boy. Right? It is also important. Next one is, though this is not prescribed in your syllabus, but in MCQ you can be asked anything. Vikram Seth's novel A Suitable Boy holds a world record in English literature. In English literature. So for what? And none of these. The longest novel of English, the longest single volume ever published in English, smallest English novel ever written, no. Vikram Seth's novel A Suitable Boy holds a world record in English literature. It is, and what is? That is none of these. Out of 4 it is, as you were told, length of. Okay, length of, because it is supposed to be the longest novel, the longest single volume ever published in English. So Vikram Seth's novel A Suitable Boy, and then the length of this novel was 1349 pages, and it holds a world record in English literature because of being the longest single volume ever published in English. Okay, this is the answer, and never forget it is the longest novel. Now next one is, but first of all just tell me that when we say the length of or the longest single volume, the same question you were asked here, that which Indian writer has written the longest English novel. So you will never forget that the longest English novel was written by Vikram Seth, and you can also be asked that name the longest English novel written by Vikram Seth. Then the answer will be, what will be the answer? You will answer here this novel, A Suitable Boy. Okay. So now 12th one question, Vikram Seth. Vikram Seth was enrolled at Standard University intending to earn a PhD in economics. Vikram Seth was enrolled at Standard University. Why? Because he intended to get a PhD degree in economics subject, but he never completed it. It is the answer. Next question is 13. It is also not important for the examination. And then the next one is 14th one. 16th one is important. Vikram Seth's poetry shows many traits of love, intimacy, friendship, sexual orientation and travelogues. As a whole, his poetry is, and the answer will be, autobiographical. The poetry of Vikram Seth is autobiographical in spite of having so many different kinds of characteristics or theme of love, intimacy, friendship, sexual orientation and travelogues. So autobiographical his poetry is. Next one is important, that is 20th one. Vikram Seth is a modern English poet. Vikram Seth is a modern English poet of rhyme and meter. Because as I told you that he is especially known for his rhythm, for his versification. So he is a modern English poet of rhyme and meter. Now all these questions are based on his poem Unclaimed, and all these are very important for the exams. Unclaimed, the questions taken out of this poem. Who composed the poem Unclaimed? Of course, it was Vikram Seth who composed the poem Unclaimed. Next one is verse, best test, sense reference, day, may, heart, part, no, so. In the poem Unclaimed shows what? Okay, very simple. That is the rhythm, best, test, sense, reference, day, may, heart, part, no, so. So here in Unclaimed what we find? For that Vikram Seth is known for his rhyme, for his rhythm. Okay, so the answer will be rhyme. We find rhyme in these words, right? The next one is the theme of Unclaimed. The theme Unclaimed is a poem of what? So what is the main theme of this poem? It is love. But what kind of love? Okay, it is not true love, it is not casual love, of course it is not platonic or spiritual love. So the main theme of this poem is, it is a poem of sensual love. It is a poem of sensual love. Next one is number of total lines of Unclaimed poem. How many lines are there in this poem Unclaimed? So how many lines are there? You can count yourself if you have the text of this poem. There are only 10 lines in total. Number of total lines in Vikram Seth's poem Unclaimed is 10. Total lines are 10. Vikram Seth's poem Unclaimed depicts the culture of course modern West. Culture of traditional India? No. Traditional China? No. Modern West? Yes, it is modern West, because he presents what kind of theme? Sensual love, live-in relation. Okay, the main theme we can say of Unclaimed is that is a Western culture, live-in relation. So it is modern West. He depicts, he presents or he describes the culture of modern West. 26th one is Vikram Seth's poem Unclaimed is a poem of loveless love, because it is a sensual love. Okay, the main theme of this poem is sensual love, and because it depicts the culture of modern West. So what kind of poem? It will be a poem of loveless love. There is love, but it is loveless, because the main theme of this poem is live-in relationship, where there we find no love, no commitment, no responsibility. So this poem is a poem of loveless love. Next one is the culture. Okay, what kind of culture he depicted? Of course Western culture. And the culture depicted in Vikram Seth's poem Unclaimed, it can be seen recently in. So this modern culture, this we can say this modern Western culture or Western culture, we nowadays we find, oh, this kind of culture can be seen where? In the villages? No. In all over India? No. Where? In metro cities. Because the main theme of, as I have told you, the main theme of Unclaimed is sensual love, live-in relationship. Okay, the relation, that is live-in relationship, that is now recently it is always can be seen or it is found in where? In metro cities, in urban areas. So the culture, Western culture or modern West culture depicted in Unclaimed can be seen, can be found recently in metro cities, right? 28th one is to feel. To feel what? To feel the beat of foreign heart to heart. Who is referred to as foreign in this line? Who is referred here? Foreign. Foreign means that is alien, unknown person. To feel the beat of foreign heart to heart. So who is referred to as foreign in this line? So in this line, foreign means an unknown person. An unknown person. Okay, this is the answer, an unknown person. Next question is, to touch, unclaimed by fear of imminent day. Here the unclaimed connotes no liability of relation, okay, because the main theme is live in relationship. That is, there is no responsibility, there is no commitment, there is no promise, there is no feeling of guilt. So no liability of relation. That is, to touch, unclaimed by fear of imminent day. So here this, that is unclaimed, connotes. The next one is that this is all there is. That this is all there is. That this is so. This is the concluding line of unclaimed. This is the concluding line of unclaimed. That this is all there is. That this is so. And it is about what? It is about love for the sake of love. Love for the sake of love. That this is all there is. That this is so. About love for the sake of love. And the last one, the rhyme scheme of the poem Unclaimed is. What is the rhyme scheme of Unclaimed? It is AA, BB, CC, DD, EE. Because how many lines are there? Only 10 lines in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only there are 10 lines, and the rhyme scheme of these 10 lines are like this: AA, BB, CC, DD, EE. So all these were important questions based on this poem Unclaimed, composed by Indo-Anglian writer Vikram Seth.